Mental Health Foundation Radical Hope is launching an initiative in partnership with NYU to help first-year college students stay well and manage their mental health. Joining us now, Ken Langone, Chairman and President of Invamed Associates and board member at Radical Hope. You know that both of these gentlemen, and Larry Bossidy, former Chairman and CEO of Honeywell and Chairman of Radical Hope. And welcome. It's great to see both of you gentlemen. And
nice to be with you.
And this is pretty, obviously, Larry, this is near and dear to you because you lost a grandson who died by suicide. It was, I think, a junior at Gonzaga. And I have a son that's a freshman at college. It's daunting. College is daunting enough, but in terms of academics and all the social pressures and everything else. And I think they need to be monitored to make sure everything's okay. And I think that's one of the goals of what we're trying to highlight here.
It is, Joe. And following the suicide, the parents of the person who committed suicide founded Radical Hope with the idea of trying to help these kids as they come into college. And in cooperation with NYU, we put together a pretty comprehensive curriculum. There are 1-hour sessions that take place over a month. It's free to the colleges with whom we partner. We're in 10 right now. And we focus on connectivity with themselves, with others around them, and empowerment and resilience. We'd like to have these young people have the confidence to ask for help. Yeah. And if they do, we think, I don't know what kind of impact we're going to have, but if we can save one life, then it'll have been all worth it. It's something dear to my heart, and we're making progress. Ken's been a great help, and so we're off to a good start.
Ken, I don't know where to start with you. I mean, between, Harlem, Children's Zone, so you're all over the place. NYU Medical Center.
I'm like horse manure, right? I'm all over.
You are all over the place. And how did you... I mean, obviously, you're close to Larry. What got you involved?
Well, that was the best reason in the world to be involved. Larry's been a dear friend for many, Larry and Nancy, wonderful family, 31 grandchildren, 9 kids. I don't know how the hell he had time for work, but he did. But when Larry explained to me the goal here, it made all kinds of sense. By the way, Joe, clarify one thing. NYU, this is NYU, the university, which is
not the medical center. Okay.
Well, the medical center will do whatever it can to help when asked.
Okay.
But the push here, and the big thing is for all of these kids in colleges to keep their eyes out and alert. The signals are there. These kids that are struggling, these kids that would go to the extreme of taking their own lives, it isn't a surprise. In many cases, you have clear signs. And all we want to do is to make sure everybody is aware of the risk, of the challenge, of the danger. But thank God for Larry and his family. What they've done here is spectacular.
And, you know, we've got great feedback from the people who have employed the program. We want to touch 1 million people. Some people say that's an awesome target, but nonetheless, that is our objective. And as I say, we're in 10 schools now, including Wesleyan and Fairfield, University of Miami, with more to come. So I think we can make a difference, and that's our intention.
What all does it entail, Larry? What do you plan for it to entail eventually? And where's the funding? How much funding would you need? Would there be counseling? Is there? I mean, some mental health is. It's not as easy as just talking to someone. Sometimes it's a neurochemical issue. It's a very complex issue. How do you try to make a difference?
Joe, the most effective thing we see so far is we have a leader at one of these schools teaching these seminars, and kids talking among themselves. In other words, having the confidence to express what's on their mind, and as a consequence, asking for help when needed. And we think with that in a curriculum that's comprehensive in terms of what we want to discuss, I think we can make a difference. And the response so far has just been terrific.
I mean, the pandemic didn't help, did it, Larry?
No, it made things worse. And these kids the suicide rate for young people is up 56% in 10 years. It's remarkable, and it's tragic. And they come to school often overwhelmed, and whatever we can do to provide them some peace and tranquility and happiness, that's one of our great missions.
It's great.
Joe, you mentioned fundraising. What excites me, Larry's a very matter-of-fact and a very successful businessman. and we're both being objective about it. We're going to give this thing 5 years, and we're going to see if we can get traction. The idea here is awareness. The idea is the colleges and universities to having their own people doing this. Now, in the case of a lot of colleges, they don't want to admit they have a problem, but they do have a problem. Our goal here is, over a period of 5 years, is to build an organization with literature, with knowledge, with encouragement for all these colleges, because they all have the problem. Larry pointed out this morning, 64% of all kids that drop out of college because of mental illness. So there's a big market here. I think, Larry, it's the second largest killer of teenagers between 18 and 24.
Yeah, it is indeed.
I mean, this is a serious, so what we're doing here is applying what we learned and what we know about business in a very strong way. And Larry's family's been absolutely, the whole family, God bless them. They put their shoulder to the wheel. And I would say this, Joe, that I'll take advantage of this moment. We'd love to have financial support. We're doing it right now. It's doing very, very well. But we want to get a broader base, and we want other colleges and universities to call us and say, come on in and help us. Tell us some of the things we should do and how we should do it. That's our goal.
We get feedback all the time with our curriculum, and we listen to it and we make adjustments as necessary. And we don't worry about what caused it. There's other people trying to diagnose what has caused some of this concern among these incoming freshmen. We're dealing with what is real, what it's like. And if we can be helpful to these people and fend off some of their more significant thoughts in terms of exaggerations of life, that's what we're going to do.
You know, Larry made a point here about the now. I had a dear friend of mine, a surgeon, a great surgeon, who's had an expression, you can't do anything about what happened 5 minutes ago. Our purpose, our goal is to identify those kids that for whatever reason aren't reaching out for help and assuring them there's a better life, there's a better future for them, and we've got to help them figure out how to get to that future and the help they need. That's what we're trying to do.
And go ahead, Becky. Nice to talk to you again.
Larry and Ken, it's great to see both of you, especially on something that's so important. You know, thank you for speaking out about this and trying to make a difference. Ken, you just said something that kind of caught me off guard, though. The idea that universities don't want to admit this. Are you all having problems getting into more universities? You want more?
Not at all. No, not at all. But they don't want to speak to the challenge or the issue because it's not a pleasant issue. Yeah. And they don't want the worry of maybe motivating a kid. This is exactly the opposite. We're saying all those eyeballs of all those students and all those professors and all those administrators, the kid that's prone to do this is sending signals out. He's sending or she's sending signals out. Is that a fair?
It is indeed.
And all we're saying is catch them and get together with that kid and bring them through this period of depression. So that's what it is.
And so we partner with these schools. It's free of charge. And some of the programs that we see, frankly, are not of great substance. So we think we can bolster those programs to everyone's benefit and begin to fend off this situation, which is tragic, as I mentioned a moment ago.